Chapter 2. The journey begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Murdle Jr. mystery. In today's video, we have the murder that was on top of some pine needles murder, which that title is just, I have no words. Buster McPaws never had a good Monday, and today was a perfect example of why not. It's always Mondays where it's not good. A famous bear, what? Had been killed in a natural resort? That's sad. Although sometimes bears could be very dangerous, but I'm not sure about that. But the suspects are Coach Raspberry Jr., which look at this symbol. It's a bear. The Coach Raspberry Jr. might be related to some famous bear. But we also have Captain Slate, Viscount Eminence, and Uncle Midnight. And the locations are the Party Lake, the Old Pine, which I have a feeling that's where it took place, but if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. The Hot Spring Spa, and the Ancient Ruins. Each suspect brought one weapon to one location, but only one was a murderer today. Buster McPaws began with what he knew for sure. Here are the evidence, and it says the famous bear's body was found on top of some pine needles. So let's check out the location cards. Oldest pine. We gotta see if there's anything that has something to do with pine needles. And this one right here has something to do with volume 1 of Murdle, which I really want to get that book. Mainly because it's a logic puzzle game, and I can use that whenever I go to the library. Who knows? And we also have the Party Lake. So I can only assume that it takes place at the Old Pine. It has to be because the title says it all. But who knows? So that's going to be the evidence. We got to figure out who did it. We got only 3 clues, which, oh my goodness. The shortest suspect was seen hanging around under hot water, which I'm assuming it's the hot springs. Because I think in the Party Lake it's very cold, but in hot springs it's very hot. So, we need to figure out who is the shortest suspect. 6-0 for Coach Raspberry, 5-5 for Captain Slate, 5-2 for Viscount Eminence, and 5-8 for Uncle Midnight. So, according to this, it has to be Viscount or Viscount Eminence. He is the shortest one. So, he's at the hot springs. Next clue, the second tallest suspect was not among a crumbled statue, which I can only assume that it has to be the ancient ruins. So let's figure out who is the second tallest suspect. The first one is Coach Raspberry. The second one is Uncle Midnight, because he's 5'8". So we're going to cross him out of the list of him being in the ancient ruins. And the tallest suspect, which is Coach Raspberry Jr., is hanging around under cold water. which of course it has to be the Party Lake. So that means that Uncle Midnight was at the Old Pine, while Captain Slate was at the ancient ruins. So, it has to be Uncle Midnight in the Old Pine. Is this correct, though? Let's find out. Yes, I was right. And even though there's no hints in Myrtle Jr., because it's supposed to be an easy version of it, but despite all that, Uncle Midnight protests his innocence. He lost confidence as Buster McPaws explained the case against him, and he confessed under the pressure. And he has no response whatsoever. It took about 4 minutes to solve this case, and that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.